she's been on this radio station for so many years as part of our 7 News simulcast. Of course, up the mountain. I didn't want to guess how many years. It's been 27 years, Kay. How many years up the mountain?
Ooh,
Next question. Kay
Let's
McGrath for 7 years. How are you, Kay?
Hey guys, really well. Nice to have you back. But I tell you what, Ruby and Pete were doing a very good job.
I know.
Yes, we love them.
You know what they do well? What they do really well is let us have a sleep in. That is what they're actually very good at.
They've gone up in our books.
We love those two. And you're going on this impressive walk. I've heard about you going on the Larapinta Trail, which I've heard of before. You're raising money for Act for Kids. How many Ks are we talking?
Well, the whole trail is 223, but we're only walking for 6 days, and we have to do that at a bit of a gap. So I'm hoping to cover 120 kilometres. I think that'll pull me up. What do you think?
That's amazing.
It's so unbelievable. Yeah. Do you literally go through a pair of shoes? Like, do you go through a tread in that sort of kilometres?
I hope not.
No.
I've invested in some very good hiking boots, but it's a very rocky area, I've been warned. So it is pretty tough on your boots, and I've got my poles packed, and I'm raring to go.
Now, I know this is obviously good exercise, but it's more than that for you, isn't it? This is to raise awareness and money for Act for Kids. Now, that's a charity that the name itself doesn't fully explain what they do. You know, you have other charities and you know exactly what they're on about. In a nutshell, Act for Kids, what do they do?
Well, Robbie, it was formerly the Abused Child Trust, and that was established in 1988. And again, it's a clearer statement, but this is a really good name, really, in terms of we're acting for kids. We're helping provide therapy, and also we're trying to spread the message about preventing child abuse and neglect. And last year, I think it's some scary figure, like 38,000 Australian children were abused in some way, shape, or form, and those were substantiated cases of abuse and neglect. So it's a huge problem, and it's time we all acted for kids, and that's why I'm striding out with 15 other adventurous souls, and we're heading off early next week to raise awareness and raise money. We've set a fundraising goal of around $100,000, and if I can, I'll leave the website with you guys. I've set a personal target of $25,000, and I've got a lot of generous people behind me, so it's looking good. But it costs the charity something like $55,000 a day to open their doors. They provide services right around Queensland, and they're spreading interstate. That's how big the need is, sadly.
You've been involved with them for a fairly long time. I know we've gone and seen the facility over at Kedron. They've got some great facilities that have come through donations over the years. You've been involved with them for a number of years, haven't you?
I got into this area in 1984, can you believe, with another child protection group. And, so it's a very, very worthwhile, very important area. And I'm very proud to be associated with that area of child protection. Liam, it's, every child has a right to a happy, healthy upbringing. Sadly, in the real world, that doesn't always happen. So it's really important that we help these children and that therapy is provided, because in the long term, it will catch up with us anyway and become a very expensive exercise to treat these victims of abuse.
How old are your babies these days?
My babies are 17 about to turn 18 and 22 about to turn 23. And they're both under my roof.
Are they?
Surprise, surprise.
Sign of the times.
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, so good to hear. Well, Kay, we can't wait to follow you. Are you taking a camera crew with you? We're going to see updates on the news?
You will see my progress on the news, and I will be behind the camera, and I'll be a VJ, a video journalist.
How's that? Wow.
They're not going to make you read the news and walk 120 Ks at the same time, are they?
Surely not.
Backwards, yes.
Give us that website again. They're trying to raise, Kay herself personally, $25,000, $100,000 is the target. You can get behind Kay McGrath, walking the Larapinta Trail on behalf of 7 News. They are raising money for Act for Kids, and we've done stuff with these guys before. The need is great, and what they do is amazing. How do we get involved, Kay?
www.everydayhero.com.au/event/trek, and you'll find me. But if you have trouble, just Google Everyday Hero, and you'll find me there. And you'll find Act for Kids there, and I would be so grateful.
Take note too. Okay, I guarantee there won't be a hair out of place. She'll be in the middle of the desert,
and
it'll be
because
immaculate.
Because they'll all be on my beanie. I tell you, it's very cold there. Somebody was telling me about frost wrapped around their pillow when they woke up last week. Oh, my Lord.
Kay, we love you. You are the Queen of the Mountain, and we look forward to seeing your progress and hearing you as part of our 7 News simulcast tonight. We'll catch you soon, eh?
You are so kind. Thanks, Liam. Bye.
She's the best, isn't she?
Lovely
just
lady.
love her.
Yeah,
She's just so...
classy.
Yeah, she's the best. Kay McGrath, part of our 7 News simulcast, nightly at 6, right here, where family's number one, here at 96.5.